All right, welcome back. It is Friday, so this is the time where we ask the vet your question. Dr. Bentley, great to see you.
Thank you.
Last week, the other Dr. Bentley was here. We loved it. We had so much fun with that. We really, really did. But you offer great care, so that's why we have you here. Okay, I have a question for you as we get started. So it's Mardi Gras season. A lot of pets, they're loving all the festivities, but not the moon pies. Those are not for them.
Probably a little rich for them. The milk chocolate, everybody worries about chocolate being poisonous to pets. Really, milk chocolate is not that poisonous. It'll probably upset their stomach, but that's not. It's the baker's chocolate, the actual cocoa type.
Yes.
That's what's poisonous.
Okay.
So the darker the chocolate, the more problems they have, and it causes heart arrhythmias and can cause death, especially baker's chocolate.
I thought you were going to say something totally different, but I'll roll with that. I will definitely roll with that because it's so important to keep them healthy as we're all having fun. And I bring that up because so many people are enjoying Mardi Gras. Their pets are getting into some of the extras because you catch a lot of good throws when you come to these parades. But it's good to know that. All right, let's say we're bringing a new pet into the home. What do we need to make sure we have at home to make this new pet comfortable?
Well, first of all, you have to have a place for it to stay. I mean, you have to have its own space. It's probably not a good idea at first to separate them completely from everybody. It's really scary for them, especially if they're little. But you do need to soon after getting them in the house make sure they have their own space to live in. They're going to appreciate that later as they get older. You need to make sure they have the right food and water and so forth like that. You do need to go see a veterinarian, especially if it hasn't ever been to a vet before, which is commonly the case. They need a lot of vaccines. They're like babies, so they need a lot of vaccines. They need boosters. They have other diseases that you can prevent easily, like heartworms and tapeworms.
And they'll smile at you. They'll thank you for all this.
Sure. I'm sure they will.
How long is too long for a pet to be in a kennel while you're at work?
It depends on the animal. It's like I have a couple of dogs that they'd be perfectly happy just sitting in their kennel pretty much all day long. It doesn't bother them a bit. You know, if I bring them out of the kennel, they just sit in a corner somewhere all day long.
Like
it's
cats.
Pretty much. But some dogs that'll make them crazy. So it really depends on their personality.
Okay.
You certainly don't want them in there so long that they're crossing their legs trying to keep from going to the bathroom. Obviously, they do need to be walked and they need to be cared for and they may have access to food and water. But other than that, it's kind of up to the personality of the animal.
I'm so glad you explained that. Rick wants to know, his dog has a dry cough. Can he give him children's cough medicine to remedy it?
You need to use the one that only has what's called DM or dextromethorphan. They don't need antihistamines. In fact, those can be dangerous in high doses. You don't need a lot of this other stuff that's in cough medicine. So make sure it's just the DM. And for most dogs, you cut the dose way back. For a tiny little dog, you're going to give them about 1/8 of a child's dose. For a large dog, about 1 child's dose, and I'm talking 60 to 80 pound dog can take a child's dose, and that's it, about every 4 to 6 hours.
All right, Dr. Bentley, thank you so much. We appreciate that, and hopefully that helps you, Rick. All right, let's go ahead and toss it over to